Hey guys, so I have been looking at like Chinese historical drama clips that have been showing up on my YouTube feed for whatever reason. So I've been looking at these clips, and one of the things that I notice in the background are these vases. So if you look like over here when she's speaking, right? You see, like I'm looking at these vases. I'm like, one, two, three. Oh my goodness, I really, really want some vases. So I look up the vases online and I think, okay, well, I don't really want to buy them new. Let me see how much they are on Craigslist. And I had no idea these vases were so expensive. I used to go thrift store shopping when I was in Hawaii. I barely found these things. And now I'm realizing why I did not see this stuff in the thrift stores. It's because these things are pricey. So for instance, right, if I want to buy one of these like Chinese porcelain vases, it's 250. I want to get a vase with one of these like wooden stands. So it's kind of accurate like something you would see in like a historical drama. And it adds up. It adds up really quickly. The big one's like $300. Look at this one. Look at that. It's a $3,000 vase. Oh my goodness. And this is not new, you guys. These are like collectibles. So now I'm very, very aware that these vases are a rarity of sense. I want an old looking one. Like something like this. Something like this. I want a really um like a one with good heft to it. I looked online, and sure enough, look at the prices of these vases, you guys. $26,000 vases. Gosh, these tall vases, $5,400 per set. So I've seen some houses, some places in Hawaii with these kind of vases, and I've always wondered, why do they not update their furniture? Like I've always wondered it. Like these kind of vases, I've always seen it around, and even if these like homeowners are changing around their couches, they never ever change up their vases. I had absolutely no idea before today how expensive some of these vintage vases are. And now I know, it's not like just like I always thought like a lot of these vases were like 100, $200. No. And look at this. This Chinese vase once sold for $56. It went for $9 million at Sotheby's. Look at that. I don't even know how you tell how expensive a vase is, but if I saw this, I would have thought this should be more than $56 because it has all these little holes in there. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just sighing because it seems that if I want to go down the Chinese vase thing, this is gonna be kind of pricey. I could go on the Home Depot route and buy something that's 4464, this 183 front gate, but part of me wants to see it in person. I want to see how this vase is in person, lug it over here, but I know it's going to be kind of pricey. And there's part of me that doesn't really want to get something that's like a dime a dozen. I know it's strange for me to say it that way, but knowing that this stuff is like so mass produced, I want to have something that's a bit more unique. But I do not want to pay up the, yin yang up for this. Ah, yeah. Oh, see, look at these. Like, can you imagine? Look how tall these vases are. I saw a person in Hawaii that had a vase that was this big, like about this tall. They had a wooden little platform, like this one. You see how this one has a platform? They had a wooden platform for it. I remember that they had it by their door, and I thought, wow, that is such a magnificent piece. I don't know how much that piece is now. I've only met them once, but now I'm thinking about it. Ah, it must have really cost a pretty penny. No wonder why they kept it by the doorway. If I had a vase that big, I mean, that would have cost thousands of dollars. Coincidentally, the person who owned one of these big vases, they were a multimillionaire. They were a landlord, actually. But yeah, it's just look at this. Chinese vases that sat in the hallway for 35 years. Let's see how much this thing costs. Oh my gosh, this has to be a crazy piece. 70,000 pounds at auction. Oh my gosh. 5 foot vases. See? So it seems that if you had bought these things back in the day, they were sort of affordable. Sort of affordable. But now it's the prices of these vases are just ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for these kind of vases for sure. Part of me wants to, I mean, like for me, like if I saw a piece like this or just like a antique Asian vase of sorts, yeah, I would be very, very, very happy. But I know for a fact these people would only want cash only. They would not want like, do you accept card? Do you accept? Yeah, most likely it would only be cash. So antique vases are a very, very real thing. All these ones, I know I have like relatives that have something like this, like very, very, very similar to this. I don't know how. Oh my gosh, my MacBook is going to um. Oh my gosh, look at that. $846 for these two vases. Yeah, I know someone with vases that look almost kind of identical to this. Like it would be the cousin of this. Yeah. Oh gosh, it's so expensive. I had no idea those vases were so expensive. And I've seen those vases for ages. I have some relatives that do have a few pieces here and there, but oh gosh. Yeah, definitely. No, it will fit in the front door. If this 40-inch table could fit in, that vase can fit in there for sure. 100% can fit. Yeah, so I want one of these big vases. Oh, look at that. Look at. Okay, this is a little up out there. Like this is not a design I would like, but yeah, having a nice big regal vase, that would be nice until oh my gosh. Ah, my my computer just died. The battery died. Oh, it sucks. Anyway, yeah, I want to bring it. I want to have one of those vases. I think it would be really great, but we will see. We will see. Yeah, my little um laptop battery died. I knew it was dying. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. But anyway, I just want to tell you guys that that is something I'm gonna be on the lookout for sure now. Asian vases, Chinese style vases, porcelain vases. My only worry though is I need to make sure that A, it's on a shelf with like cubby holes that has protection on the sides, on the back. So, like I want to get one of those. If I did get some of those, I would want to make sure it had a backing and a side. So that way I wouldn't have to worry about the cats knocking it down. Like if the cats knocked down a vintage vase, I would probably cry, depending how expensive it was. Like I could just see it now. I could see something like that getting accidentally knocked over, and if it's a piece like that, 100% I would not be able to replace it, depending, especially if it's a vintage piece. So, um, yeah, unless you have something that's really freaking heavy, then for sure they wouldn't dare knock it down. Dare knock it down. Yeah, like a corner. Yeah, that would be a good thing. I have to think about it. I haven't seen any Asian vases here. I did see a few vases on Facebook, but they're a couple $100, so I'm not gonna be getting it. I know. Here I am telling you guys how much I really want to have a vase, and then when I see the price of the vase, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't justify it. I cannot justify having a vase, especially during this kind of time. Like $300, $500 for a vase, and if I want to have like six of them around the house, yeah, it would just add up. Like if I bought six $200 vases, that would be an obscene $1,200, and then I have to worry about the cats knocking down over $1,200 possible vases, or if there's an earthquake, and maybe now's not the time. Clinton, what do you think? I don't think now's the time to get some expensive vases, but it is on my mind if I ever saw one in the thrift store or something like that, or if someone was tossing one out. For sure, I would be doing a stream on it, and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta show you my little vase that I got." But It's I blame those Asian dramas, you guys, 100%. I've gotten I've gotten hooked on the idea of how Asian like if you look at those like old Chinese historical dramas, you look at the way everything is, it just is kind of cohesive. Like they don't have fake flowers lying around, but they have like that simplicity aspect of it, and it's so easy to figure it out because it's like you have the rosewood furniture, and they're not comfortable. I've sat in a few rosewood furniture things in Hawaii, and then you got like the tall vases, and yeah, maybe like a few like jade like pieces around, but it's easy to match it. The only thing is that I never realized like this stuff is so expensive. It's so expensive. It would put our like it would put the $300 couch, a piece of crap $300 couches that we have over here to shame. Like it's just yeah, those are really investment pieces. And now I'm kind of realizing, um I know I sound absolutely naive, but now I realize that a lot of these Asian homes that have these rosewood pieces with these vintage Chinese style vases, it's not that they didn't feel, how would I say? It's not like they don't want to update stuff, but the stuff that they have in their apartment or their house, like that is some pretty expensive stuff. Like that's truly like now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, if we had a rosewood table, which we're not gonna get because we have this beautiful acrylic table, but if we had like a rosewood table plus those Chinese vases, that yeah, that would be very pricey. But that would be kind of like those furniture that I think that you would not just easily change out. That would be pieces that you would have for maybe generations to come. And I know that there are some people in Hawaii, at least, that they keep their rosewood furniture. And then when they pass away, most likely, family will take it. Yeah. You guys will probably know what I'm talking about. It's like the rosewood furniture. I think it's rosewood. Rosewood furniture with like the silk cushions or so. So the way they have it is like both sides are silk, but is one side is what people regularly sit on, and then when you have guests, you flip it over so that way you got the nice pristine side for the guests. Yeah, that was a thing that always kind of humored me. I had a ex that whose parents had the rosewood furniture, and they had the Chinese hut, and then the Chinese vases too. And I always thought like, oh, they just stuck with this style and they didn't want to update. And now I feel like an absolute idiot in a sense because I didn't realize how expensive this stuff is. And really, if you're investing, this is just my opinion, if you're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on a vase, you really don't want to get rid of that vase. I feel like those are pieces that you would not want to update anytime soon. I know if we had like a giant Chinese style, the 5 foot tall vases or something like that, there is no way in hell that thing is going to go out on the street for sure. Like if Lewis and I managed to get one, which is a very, very, very small percentage of chance because you saw the prices of those things, like thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, we would not get rid of that. I would not mind having a truck just haul that thing separately because that would be a big high value kind of vase. And that's the thing about having those kind of expensive products. It's not just you buy it once and like, oh, okay, you own it now. I think there's like a lot of responsibility to it. Even for handbags, there's a reason why I have like Le Sportsac handbags, really easy to maintain handbags. Because from my experience, having like those designer handbags, like the leather ones where you got to condition it, or if it has like brass pieces, you also have to think about it. It's responsibility that I just don't want to expend on a handbag of all things. Yeah. So yeah, who knows? Maybe it's just me blurbing around, but maybe in the future I'll have a little vase collection of sorts. I'll probably keep it in a hut. I sound just like my freaking grandparents or so. Um, have like this big chest of sorts where it has like the glass doors and you have your vases over there, or some kind of wooden cube thing where the vases are over there, and that way like nobody, no cat should ever knock those vases down, because gosh, if that thing broke, that would be such high value items. But yeah, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's just absolutely crazy. I just didn't realize this stuff was so expensive. But um it really answered a lot of questions that I had in the past. You know, why people, like I said, why people do not update this kind of stuff. Why Chinese people, it's like they keep the same old vases over and over and over. It's, yeah, I just feel kind of idiotic thinking about it. I was thinking, like, why don't they just like have like a nice little, like more updated, modern kind of vase? And here I am now, you know, I'm 30. Gosh, I am 32 years old now. I freaking forgot my age. Yeah. And yeah, it's now I'm going back to those. Now I feel like I'm going to go back to those vases that I saw when I was growing up. And I just saw it there and I was like, "Oh, okay, you know, it's just a vase." But I feel like after seeing how people really do, you know, value these Asian vases, and how when I see it inside of a drum, I'm like, yeah, those look like really great pieces. I have a new appreciation for them. So I'm going to be on the lookout for these vases, and we will see. You know, I've seen a few of them, not here, but I've seen a few of them in Hawaii at like home estate sales, garage sales. Not like the cheap garage sales, but more like estate sales. Kind of like someone's grandparents died and then they're trying to declutter stuff, and but I didn't really, you know, pay attention to that stuff. But now I feel like I'm gonna be in Hawaii. I'm gonna be in Hawaii for the holidays, and I kind of want to go out and see, you know, is anybody doing some kind of estate or garage sale? And if I see a vase, you can be guaranteed, if it's a good price, I will lug that vase onto the plane and bring it back to New York. Because Hawaii has more, I feel like Hawaii has more of an Asian population than in New York. And even if, when I look at going to a place to maybe like pick up a vase online, I don't want to go 1 hour one way just to pick up a vase. I don't know how it looks like in person, solely just for one vase. Yeah. No, he's not going with you. He's not going with me. There's a reason why the British sold Chinese so bad, and one of them was because, oh, wow. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna make my own vase at all. I rather wait for a vintage one to pop into my life, and for sure, if I come across a piece, you guys will see a stream about it. Like my newest little vase find, and I want to avoid spending $100 on this vase. I know some of you guys are probably shaking your head like, Erica, don't you know that these vases are like $500, $800? Yeah, I know. But I really, really want a vase here. I think it would be nice. I will definitely, if like a bunch of antique vases dropped into my life, I would change the whole apartment just so it would be more vase friendly. Yeah. I'll probably have to figure something out, like, and make it cat proof, because I don't want any of the cats knocking things over. I have some plushies on a shelf, and sometimes they knock it over because, you know, they're playing around, and if they knock something over, really it wouldn't be their fault. It would be more like my fault because I didn't safeguard certain things. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Looks like Clinton is being very talkative right now. I don't know why. He has food. And yeah, you have a lot of food, Clinton. Why are you meowing at me? Yeah, I will try to make it cat proof, but I kind of worry too, because Clinton, for instance, is very strong. I'm worried that in the event that I got, let's say, a heavy vase and he decided to ram it for some reason, like the vase would fall on him, and there would be no more Clinton. But I trust Clinton. You would not do that. You would not run into the vase or tip the vase over, especially if it is a 4 foot, 5 foot vase, right? You wouldn't do that, right, Clinton? Okay, he's quiet. I don't think he would do that, but yeah. What? What, Clinton? Yeah, so I am I am going to be thinking about it. I've been watching this one. I've been watching clips of this one called like Rui something. Rui's Love. I forgot. I've been seeing all these clips on YouTube and I kind of hate it because when I see these historical drama clips, some of these clips they like show you the end. And I'm like, frick, I don't want a glimpse of what happens at the end. I want to watch all 100 something 70 episodes or so. So yeah, the more I watch these clips of all these Chinese historical dramas, the more I want like Chinese vases, Chinese furniture, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I think there should be definitely appreciation for stuff that was made, especially by especially by people who are artisans and really good at their craft. So yeah. But I am just jealous whenever I see the background images and I see beautiful vases and I think about it now. I'm gonna look at them like, oh, it's so expensive. And no chance I'm gonna see stuff like that at Marshalls or TJ Maxx or Ross or definitely not Dollar Tree, right? Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna end up in Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. A girl can hope and a girl can wish. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll talk